Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told how to voice the radio, and I wasn't planning on making a video about the new Scarlet and Violet trailer that was dropping today, but they went and revealed 2 new forms of Donphan. And I'm pretty sure they just revealed 2 new forms of Donphan, or 2 new Donphan evolutions, 2 new Donphan something, and look at my logo in the bottom left-hand corner of this video. Look at the logo. I am a Donphan fanboy, or as I like to say, Don fanboy. My point is, I love Donphan more than, I'm willing to bet more than the vast majority of people on the planet, and I am 99% sure they went and just dropped 2 new Donphan reveals in the newest trailer, so you better believe I'm running to my microphone to make a video about that. I am excited. I hope it's coming across, ladies and gentlemen. I don't do live reactions of these videos. Maybe I should, but it was a genuine open mouth gasp when I realized what they were doing, and I am absolutely delighted. I was hyped about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet weeks ago. Like, I was hyped about it before they actually revealed it. I love new Pokemon games. Just being able to find new Pokemon, being able to actually go around and explore, that's always ridiculous and a huge amount of fun. And then every time they reveal something, it looks really cool and I get really excited. But now they've got to reveal new Donphan? That is weird, ladies and gentlemen. That is extremely weird. And I'm going to go out on a limb here. I didn't see this coming. And unless you've been playing around with spoilers, and just to be clear, I have no interest in spoilers. Please keep the comment section spoiler free. If it's not been officially revealed, we don't care. I'm willing to bet none of you saw this coming either, because why would they do 2 new forms of a kind of semi-popular Gen 2 Pokemon? Donphan is not one of the big boys of the Pokemon brand. That's just not a thing. And yet, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Now, if we have a look at these sketches side by side, there is absolutely no doubt whatsoever these are Donphan. This isn't one of those, well, it might be, it might not be. No, shut up with that. It's Donphan. It's very clearly, obviously Donphan. There's not even like a real counter-argument to it. They are both clearly, blatantly, obviously Donphan. Let's get that out of the way. But they are also very clearly past and future Donphan. And again, if we go back to what I've been saying about Scarlet and Violet since the beginning, Scarlet and Violet are clearly very much games that are based in the past and future. Now, I don't know how this extends. Again, spoiler free, cannot stress that enough. But there's clearly something going on here. Because if you look at Koraidon and Miraidon, for instance, I mean, firstly, you've got the names, and in Japanese, they're basically past and future. So that's kind of pretty telling. But then you've also got the fact that Koraidon looks like an old school bike, and Miraidon looks like a full-on futuristic hover bike. So that's pretty telling. And then, of course, you can look at Professor Sada and Professor Turo, again, basically past and future in Spanish, and you can see that Professor Sada is very much dressed like almost caveman times, and Professor Turo is clearly dressed like a sci-fi movie. So the whole past and future thing, it's not some big secret in Scarlet and Violet. This stuff has been going on for as long as we've known about the game. And if we take a look at these 2 new Donphan here, the past and future thing is clearly going on again. If we look at past Donphan, you've got giant tusks, and I don't know why, but giant tusks make us think of the past, make us think of those extinct animals, etc. It looks kind of almost like lumpy and old, if that doesn't sound too weird. And then we've got futuristic Donphan, who just looks sleek, and everybody knows sleek and curvy means futuristic. I don't make the rules, that's just how the world works. But you know what else says futuristic other than just, you know, sleek and curvy? LED eyes? Yeah, it's got like an LED face, which I think also kind of says futuristic, so yeah. We didn't get much in the video. We got the sketches, and we got kind of one look at each of them. And I think the look we saw of future Donphan, as it will be known from now on, I think the look we got of future Donphan really shows us, you know, the actual in-game look really shows us futuristic. It kind of looks like the body's almost made of metal here. You've got very much LCD eyes. I mean, come on here. I could not be much more excited about this. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Literally, while I'm recording this, they've actually gone and given a bit of a press release telling us a bit more about this. We've got the Scarlet and Violet book. So the Scarlet book, which will appear in Pokemon Scarlet, and the Violet book, which will appear in Pokemon Violet, are expedition records that were written long, long ago. This expedition is said to have traversed an uncharted area of the Paldea region, but whether the accounts depicted in the books are true remain unclear. Photographs and sketches of unidentified creatures fill the pages of both books. While there have been sightings of similar creatures in recent years, such reports are rare, and specific details of their biology are still a mystery. But they tell us about two of the creatures. The monster known as Great Tusk. The Scarlet book describes how this savage monster attacked the expedition team with its large body and tusks, mortally wounding one of the explorers. Well, look, before the press release even came out, I told you this was the Scarlet Donphan. This is past Donphan. We know that Scarlet's got the whole past motif going throughout it, and this is very much past Donphan, like I've said. We don't have a great look, although actually, I tell a lie, ladies and gentlemen, we have... I took all the effort to screenshot these myself, and they've gone and put them in the press release. But in the press release, we've actually got an extra look at each of the creatures that we didn't have before. So here is a look of, it's still in the sketchbook, but this is more kind of a photograph more than a sketch, and you can see it is very much kind of like the ancient looking big tusk Donphan. Nice. We've then got the monster known as Iron Treads. It is said in the Violet book that when this monster curls its body and rolls to attack, come on, more Donphan if anyone needed, it leaves a trail gouged into the ground as if it had scorched the earth. And again, we have one extra look here that we didn't have. I don't believe we had this in the trailer, which is very much just, it's kind of like a photograph in a book rather than the sketch we saw in the trailer. So that's what we've got. If we look at the Great Tusk, or Scarlet Donphan, or Ancient Donphan, any of those three names will do. We've got this sketch. We've got this pretty much photograph. And then we've got this look kind of in the in-game engine. And then if we look at Iron Treads, we've got the sketch, kind of the photograph, and then we've got the in-game engine look, and I could not be much more excited about this. I'm going to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. My hype level for Scarlet and Violet was high. My hype level was very, very high, but now you're telling me that each of the games has a different Donphan? It's hard to explain how I could be much more excited about this game. I am just bowled over with excitement. As a side note, I had very much really settled on Violet, and I do think particular Donphan forms could change that. But no, I still feel pretty good with Violet. I honestly want both of them. I want my team to be the Great Tusk, Iron Treads, and I don't care. 4 other Pokemon, who really cares who they are? But I do think I might have to do a bit of trading to get both of them. Don't worry, I'll buy both games. It will be fine. We are still left with a whole bunch of questions. What about Phanpy? Phanpy is a Pokemon that I have an awful lot of love for. It is a Pokemon. I've actually got 2 plushies of Phanpy sitting right next to me on my desk as I'm recording this. Is there a new Phanpy? Are there 2 new Phanpy? Do both of these evolve from regular Phanpy? Is there a Paldean Phanpy that evolves into Great Tusk in Scarlet and Iron Treads in Violet? Is there 2 new Phanpy? 1 in Scarlet, 1 in Violet? The answer is, we don't know. It's an answer I would love to have, but as a man who has developed a borderline obsession with Donphan over the past more than a decade, it's hard for me to explain quite how much I'm excited about the news we've just gotten today. If anybody's wondering where the Donphan love came from, I don't know if it necessarily arrived exactly here, but the first real big result I had in the Pokemon trading card game was at the National Championships in 2011, I want to say, where I did play a Speed Donphan Prime deck and had a very good top 16 finish. It's the first time I really showed that I kind of know how to play the game. And yeah, part of the reason I made that deck was because I love Donphan, but certainly that helps to explain it a little bit. Weirdly topped regionals with more than one Donphan as well. That makes me happy. We have a bunch of questions, we don't have answers, but we got 2 new forms of Donphan, past and future. And now, of course, we need to ask the question, might there be other Pokemon that are having this treatment as well? And to be fair, there's a Scarlet and a Violet book. That kind of suggests to me there may well be. There's a bunch of past Pokemon, like Great Tusk Donphan, in Scarlet, and a bunch of future Pokemon like Iron Treads Donphan in Violet. This is one of the things we're going to have to wait and see. For now, we've got 2 new Donphan, and I am delighted. But now, ladies and gentlemen, it's over to you guys. You're not going to be as excited as me, come on. But tell me if you're excited anyway. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Pokemon and card games and all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel. You can get some bonus podcasts where I answer all of your questions. You can join a Discord and chat with us and generally have an awful lot of fun. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio. I am so excited right now.